All right. Yo. What's going on, guys? We back. Let's try it. Let's try this again. Hopefully it's not laggy this time. Oh my man, that's 2 streams in a row. It's annoying, bro. Just annoying, bro. It is what it is. But let's get it. So, what we were saying before, let's wait for everyone to come back in. Once again, everyone who's coming in just now, hope you're having a great day today. Hasn't been the best day, right? Oh, at least the best afternoon for me with this damn computer, but that's okay. That's okay. Because Bitcoin is looking not too bad. Getting a little bounce today. If you guys can hit up the likes though, if there's anything you guys can do to help out the stream, it's simply just coming in, watching, and hitting the damn likes. That's all you guys got to do, and I appreciate you guys doing that. Hitting the like button if you're new, right? For all the 5 new people coming into crypto right now, you guys can subscribe. That would be freaking awesome. Let's go. Lieutenant Dan Dangle. Franklin said this is pre-recorded. Let's go. Alan said, Jordan, thanks for that. When you ended the stream, YouTube sent me to meet Kevin. That's brutal. No, meet Kevin's good for some stuff. He's good for some stuff. You know, he kind of like, I don't know. He's fine. He's fine. Meet Kevin's whatever. No lag, but you're still ugly as hell. Thank you, Anderson. Appreciate that, man. I am pretty ugly, you know. Anyway, I'm working on not being ugly. Anyways, let's get started. Let's see what we're doing. So what was I saying before? So let's start with the reasons that Bitcoin's local low. Like we already said, I think the Bitcoin bottom has been in since whenever it's happened. When was that? November? I think that's long past the case. If you think Bitcoin's going back below 16K, I think that's kind of wishful thinking. But the local low, could Bitcoin's local low be in? Right? That's the big question right now. Where the hell is Bitcoin going to go? Is it going to go to 24, 25, 26? Is the low already in? Well, we've been talking about, right? There's 2 scenarios, right? We could still go lower to 24, 25. That wouldn't surprise me whatsoever in here. And then there's a second scenario where this is the low, and we're going to start working our way back up to the upside. Let's start with the reasons why. Like I said, the low could be in, right? Could be in for BTC. All right, so we talked about the first reason, right? The NASDAQ making 52-week highs, right? The highest that the NASDAQ, which is basically the part of the U.S. stock market, has been since April of 2022. You have to go back 13 months since it was higher. Now, typically Bitcoin follows, but it hasn't been doing that since like April. It hasn't been doing that. Bitcoin's been going down while that NASDAQ has been going up. What the frick is happening, right? I think it's just lagging. And typically it has lagged, right? So, you know, some of you guys heard me say this already, but I want to go over to everyone who hasn't heard this, right? Look at when the NASDAQ's had its previous tops, right? Back here in February, Bitcoin was kind of just doing whatever, man, right? It was just going sideways for the most part, and then it ripped up to a new high after the NASDAQ topped, right? And then again here in April, NASDAQ had a local high in March 31st. Bitcoin wasn't doing shit. It was just going sideways, doing absolutely nothing in here. And then boom, moved up to a new high. And you can kind of see Bitcoin's just freaking going down while the NASDAQ's freaking going up. And that's one of the main reasons why I do think Bitcoin is going to get dragged up, because it follows the stock market almost all the time. This is just a weird freaking divergence in here. So if the NASDAQ's going to continue up, Bitcoin's going to continue up too. There's no way the NASDAQ continues higher than this and Bitcoin just keeps bleeding. That almost never happens. Like very rarely happens. The only time that happened was when FTX crashed, right? It's Sam Bitchman-Fried ruined the whole market, man, right? That's one of the only times it happened back here where a NASDAQ was going up, Bitcoin crashed because of freaking FTX. But obviously, it's kind of like a mini black swan in a way. You know what I mean? The Miami conference strikes again. Yeah, short-term price action, man. Like the Miami conference is a short-term thing. We already looked up last night's stream. The Miami conference, basically Bitcoin during the Miami conference, just during the conference, it's going to do whatever. After the conference, it just continues whatever trend it's in. Right now, like the trend is still up, right? So I expect the trend to continue up. Short-term, like I said, it is what it is short-term. You know what I mean? Anyways. What else have we got going on, right? So Bitcoin's going down, NASDAQ's going up, weird little divergence in there. The other reason Bitcoin's low could be in is we got the 200 week, right? The 200 week, which has always been historical support for Bitcoin. which also we got a little tag on that bad boy, right? We got a second little tag today. We kind of front ran it a little bit. We missed it by like $100 in here, right? But we just missed that 200 week again for the second little hit. But that is continuing to hold as support. So kind of like I've been saying, man, I every time we go to this, I'm going to take a long position every single time. So far, it's worked 3 times. You know what I mean? So I'm going to continue to act as support until it is. If it breaks, okay. But that is pretty good support in here for Bitcoin historically, right? Because if you go back in the past, this was actually the only time where Bitcoin broke the 200 week. It was back in June. So we know that's rock solid support on the weekly. Once again, it's easy to sit here and say, oh my gosh, you know, like it looks horrible in here because the price is going down, right? That's what we say when price is going down. We all sort of panic and we all start, you know,
everybody panic, we're going to zero.
You know, going nuts and panicking, right? Because that's what we do when the market goes down. And when the market goes up, we're all freaking happy, right? Now, I did, you know, and this is kind of reason number 2, where the bottom, or the local low, could be in, right? What do you guys think? Let me know before I continue. What do you guys think? You guys think Bitcoin's local low is in? By local low, I mean, do you guys think that this is the low before Bitcoin makes a new high? Do you think Bitcoin's going to go lower before it makes a new high? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the freaking chat. Happy birthday. We got a lot of birthdays today. Holy shit. Stacy Broussard's birthday. Someone else said it was their birthday too. If it's your birthday today, let me know. You guys are all going to raise your hand and be like, it's my birthday, Jordan. And I'm going to call bullshit because statistically, there should only be 1 out of every 365 of you guys that's birthday is today. So, you know, statistically, there probably should be like 2 of you guys in here that is your birthday today. All right, statistically. Depends how many people are in the stream. But like 1 to 3. Should be 1 to 3 of you guys that's birthday is today. So don't say it's your birthday today. What we got? I think gonna go up, then gonna go down. Totally fair, Lieutenant Dan Nagel. Totally fair. So that's kind of where we're at. That's reason number 2, the low could be in. Reason number 4 is just kind of looking at the price action, right? So a lot of what we were looking at down here was, okay, we had this daily wick and we were like, shit, man, we left this wick down there. That's not good because we know that most of the time they're gonna come take the damn wick, right? So we did come down today, right? And we did wick down to take this daily wick. So it's one of those things where now, if we look at this, we don't really have to take that wick anymore, right? We took that wick. So there's not really any reason, right? They certainly could bring it down further, guys. I'm not saying, I'm starting with why the reason could be in that we're low, right? This could just be us taking that wick right there, right? And this could be the start of that infamous W pattern where we have the low, right? We come up, we make a higher low, take that wick, and come up again. Once again, it could fail, right? But that's kind of what you normally look at for some type of low being formed, which is that second hit to the downside, and usually like a higher low coming in there. So that's what you got for number 2, all right? And then number 3 is just kind of like a simple reason, you know, which I know a very popular thing to look at is measured moves, right? Or equal moves. Have you guys ever heard of like an equal move? Which is basically take the first dump. So from the high to the low, and we basically take this measured first dip, and we put that to the size of the second dip, right? And you can see from this high down, comes in, right? A little slightly off. We went slightly lower, but we did come down to that measured, that sort of equal move to the downside, right? So there's reasons. I'm sort of making a case here. I'm making a case. I got one more case for you. We're running out of cases here, but we sort of got that sort of equal move in there. So, you know, like there is some good things happening on the chart here. Not perfect, right? We still got to get it freaking back above this freaking level to be like, well, yippee, we're going to the moon, right? But there are some good things happening here, I think. Boots said dubious at best. The other one is, right, and I guess this one's not so much Bitcoin, right? Because you know, my 5th reason is not so much Bitcoin. This one's more of, you know, the bigger time frame charts, where I guess this fifth reason Bitcoin still could go lower and this could still be true. But a lot of the altcoins, right? If we take a look at just some altcoin charts, just overall from a super zoomed out view, I'm not going to zoom into the 1 hour because that doesn't mean shit, right? Let's just go to like the weekly charts in here, right? And just to kind of start out with, some basic ones. Don't take these as, okay, Jordan's showing this chart, so he's buying this one. No, just structure-wise, right? Look at, say, Ethereum Classic, right? One that's been around forever, typically does very similar things at lows. Dude, Ethereum Classic is doing the same accumulation pattern that it did in the last bear market. Literally the same exact one. And we're all sitting here like jerking off. You know what I mean? But, obviously you guys can see we just keep making higher lows in here, right? We got a higher low. We made a higher low. We made a higher low. And we're right back to that trend line right now. So I'm kind of looking at this as, okay, altcoins could still get another dip. So if Bitcoin goes to 24, 25, I guess the altcoins could still go lower in here. But, my kind of point is, you got to grow. I always like to say this. You got to grow some balls at some point. And when you're at a weekly support level, like, what else do you want? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else do you want. So, like, this is just one example. One example in here. Josh said chart wrecked. But if we looked in here, right, this is the same. Look at this. So this is Ethereum Classic. I just basically took the same damn price action we had back here from 2019 and 2020, right? I didn't change it. Look, it's the same size. I didn't resize it. We're just going to bring this over here, right? And look, it's literally the same damn thing going on in here, right? The same damn thing. It's the same damn thing. Even with COVID, it's the same damn thing. Look at this, man, right? We had a little move down. We got a huge pump to the upside. We came down, went to that trend line again. We came up. We came down, came to the trend line again. We came up, came to the trend line again. And we're sitting right here, bro. We're sitting right here, bro. Now, that doesn't mean that it has to hold, right? Obviously, like, you can say, but Jordan, what if it goes lower? Of course, you can always say it's going to go lower, right? Everyone always says that. But if we just look at, like, typically what happened in the past, bro, this is dude, it's literally doing the same thing. You know what I mean? This is not the only one I have, right? This is just Ethereum Classic. I sold my balls for more frog. Bro, buy all the frogs you want interactive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm all down for buying the frogs. You know me. I'm not going to hate on the meme coins. If you want to buy the meme coins, dude, I am balls deep in a meme coin right now. Balls deep in a meme. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am literally balls deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't get deeper in a meme. But so this is Ethereum Classic. FOMO ETC. I wouldn't FOMO, dude. Do your own research on this. I'm just showing you what's happened in the past, right? I'm not going to tell you when to buy. I'm just telling you like what's happened in the past. And this has kind of been the final little accumulation zone before we've run up, right? That's Ethereum Classic. If we go look at, and like these are not the ones I'm necessarily interested in. I'm just showing you guys the old coins and what they've done in the past, right? Another one is Doge, doing the same exact thing it did last time, right? Let's bring up Doge, and use all things I'm telling you together, right? Stock market's making year-to-date highs, right? What do you think crypto is just not going to follow the stock market, even though all time it's followed the stock market? Come on, right? Doge. It's doing the same pattern, man. Now, you got Doge's a little bit off because Elon pumps it sometimes. So, like, the pumps go a little bit higher than they do sometimes on Doge. But you guys can see, I mean, it's the same pattern, right? You come down, right? You come down, make a high, right? You come up, make a high, you go a little bit lower, go a little bit lower, you pump, you crash down. You went a little bit lower because of COVID in here. Right? You came up, made a low, made a high, came down to the trend line again, and same thing like ETC. You're like right in this zone, man. And I'm not saying you're going to pump to the moon like this, right? That's not my point. But dude, it's I went through a bunch of charts today. I'm kind of noticing the same damn patterns that I saw back in 2019, which was just like these higher lows being formed, right? Pessimism, even though you're making higher lows, you know what I mean? And I thought that was kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool. And I have other ones too. I mean, I could show you guys a million of these. But, you know my take. John said, so you're saying you were going to the moon. That's your point, right? Not necessarily going to we're not going like this, man. Like, this is ridiculous, right? I don't think this is going to happen right now. But like that, I think we're at this slow little accumulation period in here like this, right? Before we start making that uptrend into next year, you know? Because think about it, guys. I mean, it's almost June. Like, we're halfway through 2023. You know what I mean? And all we've heard this whole year is how the economy is going to collapse and this and that. Yet the stock market's at year-to-date highs. It's the highest it's been since April 2022. You know what I mean? Like, we got to start getting our head out of the gutter here. You know what I mean? So, you know, this is just one example. Now, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin can't go lower in the short term, guys. Right? This is all like longer term shit. These are weekly charts, right? So if we dump tomorrow to 24K, that doesn't change anything, you know? So I'm just putting that out there. Let's see. Just realized I'm watching like 5 minutes behind. Cody, get up to date, bro. What are you doing, Cody? Shit, bro. We need the birthday song. All right, let's play the birthday song real quick because it is multiple people's birthdays. Let's play the birthday song. Let's see. We got, how many peeps we got here? We got 440 peeps in here. We got 111 likes. Guys, spam up those likes, man. It's a bear market on the likes. I always like to say, if you watch the stream every day, okay, the best thing you can do to help me out is just hitting the like button. It takes literally 2 seconds to hit that like button, guys, right? We got 25% of peeps in here who hit that like button. I don't like showing it. It should just be an automatic thing. You know what I mean? Half of you guys are in here every day, right? Should take 2 seconds. I appreciate it, guys. That's all I ask for. Anything from you. I don't need anything else. Just hit the damn like button. That's it. Let's play the birthday song, though. Happy birthday. And then I'll show you guys, I could show you guys a couple other of these fractals, man. They're all the same shit. And then we'll look at the reasons why the low might not be in, which I guess there's still some compelling cases for that too. Let's go over to, let's get the birthday song playing, man. Apparently it's everyone's birthday today. It's my birthday. I'm like I think I'm 767 in here. 767, you know what I'm saying? The happiest birthday. What is this? Apparently this is the birthday song. I don't think it is, though. This is not birthday. What the frick is this? Give me happy birthday, man. What is this? Hey, that's a little better. I like that one.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
One more time.
Happy birthday!
One more time.
Happy birthday!
Let's go. That's all I had. They don't have a birthday song on here, which is ridiculous. Just have one tune that goes. Da, 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 da. He said my ears were bleeding. My bad, man. I didn't mean to make your ears bleed. I didn't mean to make your ears bleed, man. All right. So I think I made my case. I did buy some Uniswap today. So I kind of want to let you guys know whenever I'm buying something, right? So I did buy some Uniswap today. Just to let you guys know, before we jump into reasons why I think Bitcoin could go lower, which we still got the conference going on. So short term, I do think we could still see a little bit of downside. But let's...
Happy birthday, Jay.
Let's look
birthday
at
cake,
some
party
other ones.
popper.
I mean, I could go through all these, man. They're all just... And that's why I put in the title, dude. Altcoins at major support levels. Because it's either they hold these or they're going much lower, right? And I'm always a fan of respect support until it's not support, respect resistance until it's not resistance. But where's Uni, man? Where's my good friend Uniswap? I did buy some Uniswap today. Just playing the range, man, right? So I got it on Uniswap right down here at the bottom of the range. This is when most people are going to be bearish. I'm not going to name names, but I saw some other channels saying, I'm selling all my altcoins today. I saw some other channels saying some channels that I like to counter trade basically are super bearish right now. So I did pick up some Uniswap at the range lows because people get most bearish at the lows. Okay, so once again, Uniswap, it literally takes out that previous low, comes back into the range. Basically just playing the range, man. It's not that difficult, right? We've been at these range lows 4 times. We pumped to the highs the other 3. You know, so once again, you can get bearish at the low, but at some point you got to grow some balls. And I did buy some Uniswap down here. So pretty much, I want to play it to the range high. If Bitcoin continues up and think market looks good, this will just turn into a long-term hold for me. So Uniswap, I do like here. This is just one of them. I can show you a million different charts that are in ranges like this. I just like Uniswap.
Best food to eat on birthday is fried shrimp, fried shrimp, fried shrimp, fried shrimp, fried shrimp, fried shrimp.
I'm not going to name names, guys. I want to make the new thing where I'm not naming names of other channels just because.
Fried shrimp.
Here's Franco. Franco, I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for coming in and spamming the fried shrimp like always. Franco's always in here. Franco, you need to go to a Celtics game, man. Franco was asking me how expensive are Celtics games, and I said, well, he asked me how expensive the food of the Celtics games is, and I'm like, bro, you're gonna be paying $15 for a beer. You're gonna be paying $10 for a hot dog. You want a water bottle because you might be a little thirsty? You're gonna be paying $8. So get ready for the $8 water bottle because it is coming, man. It is coming. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I'll pass on the shrimp though. Next time, spam some chickens in there, Franco. You know what I mean? Interactive, some happy birthday J-E. Who's Jay? Okay. Jay. Happy birthday, Jay. J-E. There's too many people's birthdays today. I think it's Bass' birthday, Lieutenant Dan Dangle, Franco, John. Everyone's in here. Yeah, but okay, I did buy some Uniswap today, so we'll see how it plays out for me. Once again, I'm just playing the lows. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything like, I'm not doing this like massive TA where I'm like, holy shit, man. Like, look at this indicator, this. Dude, we're just going up, down in the same damn range. Why wouldn't I play it again, you know? So that's Uniswap. And I guess the reason why I'm showing you altcoins, guys, is like at major supports. Because if you guys have noticed where Bitcoin's kind of kept going lower, but a lot of these alts just keep holding the support levels, which tells me something, right? It tells me that these alts, like at least for now, are really trying to hold these supports, right? Which gives me a good sign that the market at least has a little bit of strength in it. So like I said, I am trying to play this back up to the range high. I will hold this if Bitcoin continues looking strong. But anyways, back to Bitcoin. Why could Bitcoin's low not be, or why could Bitcoin's low not be in? I still think there's a chance that Bitcoin still goes lower here. Because to be honest, NASDAQ pumping today, S&P pumping today, but Bitcoin was just doing nothing, man. It was sitting there like a slug. It was slightly frustrating in a way because it's like, okay, you know, we got a nice long entry, but man, like, why isn't the Bitcoin price following the stock markets? You would think it would be 1-to-1 always, but sometimes it's not. It could just be lagging, you know. You know, sometimes when the stock market dumps and Bitcoin just stays there, it's kind of like the opposite right now, where the stock markets are pumping and Bitcoin's just chilling, you know. But I think the number one reason, right, is this still could be like the head and shoulders pattern, right? It still could be the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. I'm not a big patterns guy. I've been saying that for a long time now. But if you are, right, this is still kind of that head and shoulders retest in here, where we dumped, we came up, we retested it as resistance, and we still could get some follow through. That's the obvious reason, number one, and that's why I'm not going to get truly like super moon boy in here until Bitcoin gets back above here. Right? Let's get back above all these lows, all these lows, all these lows. Right? We get back up here, I think things are looking much better. Down here, it's still kind of like, we're still kind of fighting. We're still kind of boxing in here, you know? But that's like the obvious reason, number one. I think everyone kind of understands that. If you have any sort of years on the market, right? Unless you're like Bob or a horse guy, and you're sort of looking at the charts, super confused, right? And trying to paint a pattern, right? Like horse guy in here. Where's my guy? Jordan, what kind of pattern are we in? Is this this is an ascending triangle. Look, it is an ascending triangle. This is a bearish pattern, so I should not FOMO right now. I will only FOMO if we go up here. This is a bearish ascending triangle, right? Right, so like, we're not gonna do that. So, but that's kind of the obvious reason why, you know, most people are like kind of skeptical right now, which I understand, right? I understand that. Totally. And that's why I still think there's a chance we could still come down to these regions. And if we do, that's gonna give us even better opportunities for some other stuff, right? But the other thing, which is kind of keeping little people up, let me just get rid of Bitcoin in here. Get rid of this. There we go. The other thing is the DXY, right? The DXY is mooning right now. Absolutely mooning. But it's weird. Like, you're seeing the DXY go up, the stock market's pump like crazy, and the dollar is also pumping. I think the dollar going up, and this is just my take, I think the dollar going up is just a short squeeze in here because you guys know all the headlines over here. It was all like, this country is getting rid of the dollar. This country is going to stop relying on the dollar. This. So you had a lot of people short down here, which you guys know, like shorting the lows is never the good thing. Wait for a move up to short, right? And all these shorts, I think, got taken out on the dollar. All right, just like all the shorts on the NASDAQ got taken out today, right? The Saudis were max bidding the shorts on the NASDAQ, and they all got freaking fried today. I think the Saudis got fried today. They got absolutely fried. The Saudis, man. They said they were shorting the U.S. stock market and long in Bitcoin. Well, so far that hasn't worked out very well for them. They're on the wrong side of the market at the moment, Saudis. You know, you got to step up your game. But the dollar is coming up, but we are coming up to that golden pocket, right? I think this is just a small retrace. I don't think this is going higher than like this high, right? But it is coming up. We're halfway to that high already. We passed the 0.5 retracement. So we're kind of just seeing where this kind of goes. Still could go higher, certainly. But I think this is more of a short squeeze than people going into the dollar, right? That's just my take. But obviously, we'll see. Jordan, I like the stream twice every stream. Thank you, Whimsy, man. You're the absolute stuff. Like I said, dude, if there's anything you guys could do for me, it's just hitting up the like, showing up every day. Just showing up every day. I'll tell you, these 3 things make my day. You guys showing up every day. Just hitting that like button and then leaving a nice comment. Leaving a nice comment in the comment section makes my day sometimes. It does. It does. I could say it doesn't, but it does. When I see a nice comment in the comment section, you guys might not think I noticed. I do. It makes my day sometimes. Ben calls for DXY to dump around 104. Yeah, everyone I kind of see is calling for like this region in here to be the top for the dollar, which I kind of agree with, right? In between like the 0.618 and the 786, which is basically like these highs, right? Or this high in here. So like, yeah, this area is probably the most likely case to the dollar to top, in my opinion. We're just kind of waiting and see on this one, right? But the dollar is continuing up. So that's kind of like the second reason why, okay, if the dollar goes up a little bit higher in here, still could see Bitcoin, right, come down to like this region, right? That's totally reasonable. I don't think that's out of the question. So that's kind of the second reason, right? Bearish pattern for Bitcoin overall, DXY. There's not too many other reasons. I think those are the main 2 because let's be real. I guess those are kind of the main things that I kind of holding Bitcoin back. To me, if these 2 things happen, right? If the stock markets continue up at the end of this week and into next week, right? And then you see the dollar start coming down, and then you see Bitcoin start reclaiming back up here. I think everything's looking pretty good overall. 100. Right? I don't think there's really anything that negative going on. So those are kind of the 2 things we got working against us. Where do I lean? It's a tough one right now. I'll tell you guys where I lean. I'm still not 100% sure. I'm honestly like, I think the way I'm looking at this is I actually think there's a high chance that this could be the low. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, I would say. To me, it doesn't really matter whether we bottom at 26 or we bottom at 24. This is a range that I'm looking at, right in here. And we've said since the highs, man, like there's always a chance Bitcoin could pull back to the 50 moving averages, but you're still bullish. So like this area here is where I'm looking to add stuff. And you are pretty close to that zone. So, you know, what's my take I mean, I could make a wild guess. I have no idea. My thing is, I think there's a high chance that this is the low. I would probably put like 60%. This is the low. 40% we're going down here, which basically means I'm not really sure. Which I'm okay with saying. I'm okay with saying I'm not sure. But I think this, based off this price action, I think there's a 60% chance this is the low. There's a 40% chance that we come down to like this 200-day EMA at like 24,800. That's my take right now. Earlier today, it was actually much higher that we would go lower. But when we got this bounce right here, right, that initial bounce right here, gave me some optimism, not gonna lie. And then also the thing is that when the stock markets broke resistance, that gave me even more optimism. Right, the stock market's breaking up. It was a huge deal, which I think Bitcoin eventually follows. So I would probably say that's about what I'm thinking right now. Let's see. The low is 13K, said Psycho Pearl. Psycho, you're always in here, my man. Franco said you are a millionaire stud stallion. Thank you, Franco, with a hot girlfriend. Franco, you being nice to Maya because you guys were fighting a couple months ago. remember when Franco and Maya got into a fight?
Millionaire stud stallion W hot GF.
I forgot what you said,
Horse.
Franco, you're one of the funniest guys in here, man. I don't even remember what you guys were fighting about at the time.
Horse.
Oh, it was about geography. Oh, I think Franco said something like, "You're gonna let your woman tell you," something like that. Oh man, let's see. That was funny. And then Ethan Albert became a member. Shout out to Ethan Albert. Thanks for coming in. Interactive said, "You're the best, Jordan." Interactive, you're always giving me props, man. I appreciate you being in here. Seriously, like Interactive, I notice every single day you're saying something nice. Every day you make my day, bro. I see you in the comments. I see you in the chat, and then I see you in the comment section sometimes. I see that shit. Obviously, there's a bunch of spam and shit, so like the comment section after the video gets a little messy. But I see you in there. I see you in there. What? How dare you? How dare you? Let's see. So Tether is backing with Bitcoin. Yeah, so Tether, if you guys did miss that news, Tether is actually buying with their profits, which they profited $1.5 billion last quarter. That's insane. They're basically buying Bitcoin with 15% of that every quarter, right? Which is a big deal. I mean, you're talking about $200+ million buys every quarter, which basically offsets the government sales, right? So all the FUD that, oh my God, the government's selling, you're kind of offsetting that with Tether buying too, right? So it's kind of offsetting that FUD in a way. Obviously, when the government sells, it's still going to have an initial dump, and everyone's going to be like, oh my God, the government's selling. But Tether buying guaranteed with those profits is sort of like offsetting that in a way, which I think is cool too. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. Let's see. But yeah, good point, Mr. Hart. Good point, bro. Let's see. Bro, I have costs, but all my gains are getting wiped out. Yeah, altcoins, bro. The thing about, like I said, altcoins, I'm cool with buying altcoins. Just make sure, like, until next year, you're probably better off like taking some profits when they go up. Right. So, like, I bought Uniswap today. My plan is just to play this back up to the range high. I probably take half off on the way up, right? And then I'll keep half in, obviously, because I want to build a bigger position on Uniswap before next year. It's one of the alts I want to have a bigger position to going into the bull market, right? So as this kind of comes up, I'll take half off, right? Because there's always a chance it comes back down again. But then I can re-add with that. If it doesn't, okay, whatever. The thing about altcoins right now is they're just still kind of risky, because if Bitcoin even sniffs a drop, like a big drop, they're going to get destroyed. So like altcoins, I still think you're better off taking profits on the way up, Where's Bitcoin? 26,847, man. What a day. What a day, man. We had a nice little dump down to 26.3. We're now back up to 26.8, and we're just kind of chilling. By profits, you mean pay gas fees. Yeah, if you use an Ethereum coin, Anderson, right? I guess if you use an exchange, you're not going to be paying gas fees. But I mean, every exchange has some fees, right? Coinbase has pretty high fees. Yeah, I mean, pretty much whatever you're using. And that's your spot trading on some other exchange. Some of those have 0% fees. All right, so we're kind of waiting on Bitcoin. I guess the other thing I've been looking at today, guys, is total market cap. Right? Total freaking market cap. This is another reason why I think we're either at the low or we're very freaking close. If we go take a look down here at total. So total in here is approaching that bull market support band, right? And then this could get interesting, right? Because we held it down here on the banking crisis dip. We actually went slightly below it on a wick, but we held it as support. You can see right now we are sitting right above it, right? And this is typically when you're in a bull trend, you want to hold this as support. So like throughout the whole bear market, it was acting as resistance, right? Resistance, right? Resistance. We got back above it as support, held it once, held it twice. Now we're coming back down to test it again. Will we hold it on the second dip? It's a good chance that we do. I mean, I'll tell you this, like we've had this price action before back here where we've kind of had this little consolidation. We tested it. We didn't quite come down to it here. We came back up. We came back down to it here. And I was in the market during this time. And if you were in the market during this time, right here back in 2020, before things got pretty good, if you were in the market right here, you wouldn't think, like you're looking at this price action, you would have thought everyone was bullish, right? And I always like to say this, most of the time in an uptrend, everyone's going to be bearish. Like think about it, guys. Bitcoin went from 15 to 31. Most people were still bearish during that run. It's going to be the same thing. Even if Bitcoin goes to 40K, most people are still going to be bearish. That's just how it is. Usually people don't get bullish until the end. And if you were in the market back here, this is when Bitcoin went to like 14K, and then it pulled all the way back to like 9K. If you were in the market back here, you remember like this was a bearish time frame. I remember Savvy making videos right here. Savvy made a video right here because I was watching him at the time. Savvy made a video right here saying I'm selling all my Bitcoin and getting out of this Ponzi before it dumps back down to 3K. The sentiment right here was extremely bearish right here. And you might look at this price action. You might, if you just looked at it like this, got rid of this, it would look pretty bearish, right? This would look bearish. Bearish engulfing weekly, just looks horrible. And obviously you know what happened after that. But this was a bearish freaking time in the market. Like everyone was calling for lower prices. Oh, it's the pandemic. Everyone's going to turn into zombies. All this shit, right? But then we know what happened after that. Right? I'm not saying like this is going to happen like this. Obviously, this was a different time, money printing. I think it'll be a more slow, gradual move up this time. And not just a freaking moonshot like this. Because you had a bunch of things going on at the time. But this doesn't look like you were bearish. Because look, you went from 3K to 14K. You would think people would be bullish. No, they weren't. They weren't. They weren't, man. I was making videos back here and people were calling me an idiot. When Cardano was at 2 cents. Chainlink was at $1. Right? I was making videos back then and people were calling me an idiot in the comment section just like they do now. You know, it's the same damn thing. You're an idiot, bro. You're going to buy Chainlink at $1? You're an idiot, bro. You're going to buy Cardano at 10 cents? Right? It was all the same shit that you're seeing now, you know? And I'm getting those similar vibes right now where like, okay, I get into this coin. You're an idiot, bro. You're going to buy Uniswap at $5? You're an idiot. You know, I'm getting those same vibes right now. Where, you know, we're so off the highs, yet people are still bearish. Because the altcoins aren't moving up. I'm starting to see some of these channels telling people to sell shit. You know, and I don't know, man. It's that was Bob said Lazarus. That was Bob, man. What a doofus. Oh, that was the consensus back then, though. You wouldn't think so. That was the consensus. It doesn't. You would think everyone was bullish at that time, but they weren't. Everyone was bearish during that time. And I'm getting that same vibe from right here, man. You know, and I get why, right? I mean, the macro. We gotta understand, like, someone said a famous saying the other day. It was 75% of bull markets are built off pessimism. Because think about it, if everyone was bullish, it wouldn't be a bull market. It would turn into a bear market. 75% of the time on the way up, people think it's the top. Every single time. And it's only that last 25% where the consensus is like, we're going to the moon. And when the consensus thinks we're going to the moon, that's the top. You know what I mean? When the consensus think that we're going extremely lower, that's the bottom. You know? So that's kind of where I'm looking at right now. So total is at a critical spot. We'll see where we're at right now. We'll see where we're at. Let's see. Never forget when sold my Bitcoin 400 and said it was going to $1. Nice, man. Let's see. Roughly when do altcoins usually pump after the halving? Altcoins usually, and I always tell this, like I'm going to be honest. I try to be honest at least. You usually don't see altcoins moon. You can see them go up, but you usually don't see altcoins moon until Bitcoin gets close to all-time highs. Typically. And that doesn't mean altcoins can't go up. You know what I mean? They still will go up. Like if Bitcoin goes to 40K, you're still going to see the alts come up, you know? It's not that they're just going to dump, but it's not, you're not going to see that like, okay, Uniswap going to freaking $25. You know what I mean? Like that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Like you might see this, get a little dip, right? Right? But I don't think you're going to see like this anytime until, you know, Bitcoin gets really rocking and gets everyone, because why do people come into crypto, right? People come into crypto when they hear, oh my God, Bitcoin's close to all-time highs. Because right now they don't know, okay, Bitcoin's at 30K, they don't care. They look for the headline that says, they search, and when they see on Yahoo Finance, Bitcoin approaching all-time highs, you know, that's when they're like, holy shit, crypto's moving again, I gotta get in. But they don't buy Bitcoin because they think it already pumped. They go into the altcoins, and that's when altcoins fly up. You know, I think the same thing will happen this time. But like I said, if these alts are at weekly lows, I'm scooping the ones that I want at least. So Uniswap, like I said, I did buy some Uniswap today. See if it works out for me. Bull run this year. 4 cycle is dead. Cycle Pearl. I will take that all day. I'll take that all day, man. Gala makes bad decisions rejecting tokens. Yeah. Dump it, Boggy. Yeah, let's see if Bitcoin gets dumped. Let's see. Bitcoin's kind of like, it's like the 5-minute time frames. Bitcoin's like kind of just wanking off in here. You know, if we zoom in a little bit. Yeah, he came up, got rejected, coming back down. I don't really care about these short-term time frames, man. Right? I mean, the short-term time frames don't tell you anything, guys. I mean, we've just been going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, fighting whether we're going to pump or dump on the 1-hour time frames. It doesn't tell you anything, man. Right? Because what Bitcoin's been doing lately is like it dumps and then it reclaims the range. It pumps, reclaims the range over and over again. All right? So let's see what we're kind of just waiting right here, man. We're waiting and having fun. Let's go, bro. How is the price never moves at all when you stream? Am I a whale, Anderson? Am I one of the whales out there that slowly... And that's the reason why it doesn't move, because it only moves when I call up and I say, all right, I'm done streaming. Let's get market making. Yeah, the stream's kind of feeling a little bearish today. Let's pump it up, get them a little bullish for tomorrow. Yeah, we'll get them a little bullish for tomorrow, get them a little hyped up. Yeah, and then we'll just dump it again tomorrow. Sound like a plan? All right, yeah, sounds good. I'm about to hop on the morning stream, so obviously there's going to be no movement for like 45 minutes. But as soon as I'm off, I'll start market making it again. Sound good? All right, bye-bye. maybe that's the case. All right, so we got the daily close. It's the daily close. The daily close. We closed at 26,820, which, I mean, I guess it is what it is, right? We closed above those previous daily close lows. Once again, I mean, we're just chopping up and down. We're kind of just waiting on some type of resolution in here. Not the greatest thing, but I like I've been saying the last few days, guys, like on the higher term time frames, we should be expecting a move soon, right? Just based off our volatility, right? Bollinger Band, BBWP. The Bollinger Band with percentile, which basically just measures how much like just no volatility you've had in the market and when you're due for volatility. Like we said, man, the 5-day is painting that blue bar, right? Which typically means you're going to see some big move pretty damn soon within the next few 5-day candles. So just make sure you're looking at that. The last 2 times that we were in that zone was right before the banking crisis, huge pump, and right at 17K before we had that move up to 24K, right? Those are the last 2 times. So I would be expecting a pretty decent sized move pretty damn soon. And it doesn't have to be up. It could be down, right? For all the bears out there, I don't think I'm like saying, oh, it has to pump. I think it's going to pump. That's my personal bias because I am bullish because we're above the 50 moving averages, but it certainly could still dump, right? Back here in FTX, you were down here. That actually caused a dump. The last 3 times we actually were this low, we saw a move within a 5-day candle that pushed you pretty significantly. Like this was a freaking 30% dump. This was a 50% pump. This time right here was a 60% pump. And now we're getting it again. So I'm going to expect a 30% move to the upside, or at least a 30% move to the upside or downside here pretty soon, right? Like minimum, like a 30% move, I'm just kind of hypothetical here. A 30% move would get you to like 35K. And then a 30% move to the downside, just for fun. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, but a 30% move to the downside puts you to like 18K. Just to show you the magnitude of what we've seen on these, you know? So I think I'm excited, man. I am expecting something big. This is, the market's asleep right now. It's boring. I get it. I'm there too. But this is the time where, like I said, you make a plan when it's boring. Right? You look at the charts, you look at what it's telling you, and you do your thing. You do your thing. Fallen Angel said, very undecided market. That is very true. That is very true. Let's see. Everyone beats on. Oh, Lord. Bitcoin's going to 10K. Let's go, Anderson. Get it down to 10K. I don't think so. I don't think we do. I told you the reasons why. I'm not going to go over them again, but I feel like every single time these alts come to these support levels, the market just gets super bearish, because I've noticed that the sentiment really isn't about what Bitcoin's doing. The sentiment I've noticed in this market the last year is what altcoins are doing. Like if Bitcoin's pumping and alts aren't doing anything, the sentiment's still bad, you know. And then basically, if Bitcoin's pumping and the altcoins are moving, everyone's hyped. You know, that's what I've kind of noticed. And right now, like I said, I think a lot of these alts are at huge support levels, where if these break, I think we have more problems to deal with, right? But I'm going to respect support until it's not, right? This one's held 4 times for Doge. Matic's at, once again, like a weekly support level in here, right here. Matic's in here. This is held once, twice. You're at weekly support on Matic in here, right? We already talked about ETC, right? Just to show some examples. ETC once, twice, 3 times. Getting tight in here on ETC, man. Like the market's gonna give. Like look at this, guys. Look at this. I was looking at this today. I was like, dude, look at this. Look at how tight this shit is getting. Not this like, I don't think these trend lines are whatever, but look at how tight this is getting, man. Got all-time high trend line coming down like this, and then you got support coming up like this. Like look, like something's gonna give here very, very soon in this market. And if it's gonna be like historically it is, right, how it was last time, you'd be looking at something like this, right? Just showing you the exact type of accumulation pattern we had last time, man. It's the same damn thing. Same damn thing. Just like this. If it's going to be the same, you chop sideways for a few more weeks. Actually, this is actually a few months. You pump out of this, you back test, and then you're off to the races. If it's going to be the same thing. Right? But we'll see. We'll see. Could be wrong. That's just how I'm positioning myself with the assumption that we're going to go sideways or up. Right? Let's see. GS, no money, no honey. No money, no honey. But I like honey. Just kidding. I actually like honey in I like honey in tea. It's pretty good. And then I like, putting putting honey in some hot water is still pretty good too. I never thought I would like that. I never thought I would like that, bro. You know? Mike said, wow, nice catch, Jordan. Mike, are you being sarcastic? I never know if he's being sarcastic. This is Ethereum Classic, though. Dude, it's the same thing, though. Right? You guys know me. Like, if it's a fractals looking kind of skeptical, I'll be like, all right, this is kind of skeptical. But this one is legit. It's so perfect. It's like almost too perfect, where it's like, dude, what a market maker's just playing with us in here? Like, is everything just pre-planned? It's the same damn price action. You know, it's crazy, man. Honey and coffee is the best.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Cinnamon and honey, you know.
Cinnamon and honey. Cinnamon and honey. Every morning, yeah, Maya makes cinnamon and honey coffee. I actually said it. Was it today? I was like, damn, you making cinnamon? Because I love the smell. The smell of cinnamon is fantastico. Fantastico. What's some other ones? Can we find some other nice charts in here? You already know XRP, right? You already know XRP. Like, XRP is, dude, XRP is doing the same thing it did over here too. I'm not gonna do that as well, but you know, it's just kind of the same accumulation pattern, man. It's higher lows, same resistance on the top side, you know, just higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. And that's why I want to buy it down here, but it's being kind of stubborn right now. You know, it's staying up here. Every other alt, and XRP is being weird, because every other alt we just looked at is at support, right? But XRP is just holding up here. It's being weird. You know what I mean? Like, every other alt has already came back down to these supports where it's like just an easy buy. But XRP is just holding up there, man. I don't know what's going on with this one. It's being slightly annoying, man. Like, when I actually want to get in it, because I actually think something's going to happen soon with it, it doesn't want to go to my spot. It wants to hold up here, you know, which is annoying, but that's okay. But yeah, XRP is another great example, just higher lows. What's it? We looked at Matic. I can go through all of these, man. They all just are in the same spot they've been in for a year, which I think ultimately is going to be the accumulation range, where everyone's going to look back and say, shit, why didn't I buy more alts in that range? You know? Optimism, right? Look at this, man. Look at this, man. Right? Now, this is not my favorite chart at the moment. Like, I don't actually love this chart, because it's not like the other alts where it's in a nice sideways range. This one's still kind of extended from the lows, so it's kind of like, eh. But once again, like, if you're just looking at a pattern, right? I mean, this is typically like an accumulation pattern where you got 3 higher lows. Like, if this gets a bid here, you got the 3 higher lows coming in. It's typically an accumulation pattern, right? But
can you look at Jupiter?
We'll see, man. Caleb Shockey said, can you look at Jupiter? Jupiter? What the hell is Jupiter? I don't know anything about Jupiter, but I can certainly look at it, Caleb, man. It's probably going to look like the other ones. I think a lot of them look pretty good. I'm just kind of jumping through them today. Because like I always like to say, as always, guys, these can go lower, but if you're going to take a shot, you might as well do it at support, right? Don't wait until everything pumps and then being like, oh my God, I'm going to FOMO into an alt that's up 50%. You know what I mean? You want to get in when no one wants to, which I think is right now. At least for altcoins, right? Because like I said, I've seen channels that tell, like, I don't know if there's always a time for this, but I'm starting to see like the whole just sell everything. And I think you want to do that at the highs, you know? Now that all these alts are down 50%, now we want to sell all the altcoins, right? We want to do that when the prices are moving up. But anyways, like this, I like this one. Jupiter. Let's look at Jupiter real quick. Let me know if Bitcoin's moving, guys. I mean, it hasn't moved for 60 days, so I'm going to assume it's not doing anything now. Jupiter. Yeah, it's actually this one. This is the weekly chart. I'm just sticking to the weekly charts today. Right? No 1 hour charts. I mean, so basically you were in this range for what? 6 months? You finally broke up to the upside. You got a massive dump. This was a dump of a freaking 61% dump. 61% dump down to the downside. And now you're right back at those range highs. I mean, like I said, I could be the guy with a hype guy who says, don't buy it here, this looks bearish, right? And then when it pumps up, a month from now, being like, man, look at this thing. This thing looks super bullish. I'm not going to be that guy, right? Once again, like if you're going to take a shot, do it at a point that makes sense, right? Which is previous range highs, flipping into support. We're not doing anything crazy. We're not reinventing the wheel here. Sometimes it's that simple, Could it break down in here? Yes, it could. Any support can break. But if you go with that mindset every time, you're never going to buy anything. You're just going to be like, oh, this support's going to break again. It's going to break again. It's going to break. I'm not going to. It's going to break. I always go into looking at every support like it's going to hold. You got to go with that mindset. Just like go to every resistance like it's going to hold, right? If you go with that mindset, you'll do much better. So yeah, Jupiter. I don't mind this one right here, right? Could it come down to like maybe this trend line or like this? Yeah, it could do something like this. It could come down a little bit lower technically. But in this zone, it's kind of like XRP, right? I would be looking to kind of get in this zone in here. In this zone, right in there. But, yeah, that's it. Pretty simple, man. Where do you see Doge by December? I have no idea. I'm not going to make predictions on where I think altcoins will be 6 months from now. I have no idea. It all depends on what Bitcoin does, right? And Bitcoin could do a million different things, right? Everyone has an opinion what Bitcoin's going to do in the higher term time frames, right? If I had to guess, my general guess would be, if I'm going to assume Bitcoin's going to make it up here by the end of the year, like this, right? I don't know, but don't take the line for what I think is going to happen. You're probably going to get pullbacks or whatever in here. But if it does something like this by the end of the year and then pulls back like I expect it to, you might not like my answer, but I would probably expect Doge to be relatively, maybe slightly higher than it is now, but probably right around where it is right now, right? It'll probably move up with Bitcoin here, but then when Bitcoin gets that pullback like it typically does before the halving, it probably just go right back to where it is now, Because that's what altcoins have been doing for the last 6 months. They get a move up with Bitcoin, then they pull back to where they were. Move up with Bitcoin, pull back to where they were. So I know that's not exciting and that's not what you want to hear. You probably want to hear Doge is going to be at 60 cents by the end of the year. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe Bitcoin's going to pull off the miracle and just go into a freaking bull market this year. Who the frick knows? I wouldn't be surprised. I've seen Bitcoin do crazy things. I've seen Bitcoin be in the deep depths of the bear market down here. Everyone's saying Bitcoin's going to go to 1K. It do a 5X out of nowhere from 3K to 14K, right? I was there during that time. I was there during COVID when everyone's saying the world's going to end. Bitcoin drops to 3K. And then 6 months later, it's at all-time highs, right? I've been during those times. I've seen Bitcoin do things that people don't expect. And it usually does the thing people don't expect. That's the thing. Think about it. When Bitcoin was at 69K, what was the consensus? Consensus was Bitcoin was going to 69. Let's be real. You might be one of the only people that, maybe you thought it was going to dump from there at that time. Most people didn't. Everyone thought it was going to go to 100K, right? Moonshot. And what does it do, right? It comes back down. All the way to lower than most people thought it would at 15K, right? And now the consensus is, we're still in the bear market, right? It is no way it can go to all-time highs this year. What if it does? I've seen crazier things happen. I'm not calling for that, but I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked whatsoever if it did. Let's see. I'm just kind of chilling tonight, guys. Hey, Jordan, I am a banana. Nice, Alex. How does it feel being a banana? If I was any fruit, what fruit would I be? I don't think as a man you want to be a fruit, but if I was a fruit, I think I would be a watermelon. You know why? Because I like to drink water. I'm full of water, man. I think I drink too much water. If you were a fruit, what fruit would you be, guys? Let me know. Devil said, please, bro, look at the daily chart. It needs to dump properly. 23K level will be strong again. It's weak in here. Let me see. It's weak in here. I mean, I would agree. Bitcoin is being weak. Typically, when the stock market breaks to a new high, you're seeing Bitcoin follow, and it's not. But I've also seen Bitcoin lag, where I've seen it both ways. I see Bitcoin up at the highs, stock market's dumping, and everyone's like, decorrelation, right? Decorrelation. Bitcoin's holding up good against the stock market, and then next thing you know, Bitcoin's dumping, right? So how do we know it's not just the same thing, right? You're seeing the stock market rip to the upside. Bitcoin's just chilling at the lows, not doing shit. We're all annoyed. And everyone's like, decorrelation. Bitcoin's not moving up and the stock market is. How do we know Bitcoin's not just going to catch up? You know, it's kind of the same thought process. Whenever we think there's decorrelation, it always ends up decorrelating again, you know, which I think it will again. So we'll see if the stock market continues up, but if it does, Bitcoin's gonna follow. It's not just gonna sit here. It's never really done that. Besides the FTX crash, but that was obviously a very different circumstance. It always follows what the stock market does. Always. Just go compare the two charts. I'm not gonna go over it, but just go compare the two charts. Cucumber, said Mike. Mike's a cucumber. Watermelon or avocado? Talajek, what? How am I that, man? What's that fruit that smells like shit? You know that fruit that absolutely smells like dog shit? I don't know what fruit it is. But basically, Maj, what kind of fruit is that?
I have to look it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but there's one fruit where it smells like shit. Like poop.
It smells like dirty socks.
Like dirty socks. Sausages.
Why? You're gonna be that fruit?
John would be a cantaloupe? No. Someone said, I think that's what he said. I would be a watermelon because I drink a lot of water. Shit fruit. Durian. Thank you, fellas. Thank you, Mosh. Durian, yeah. This smells like shit. It really does. You guys all came in with the answer, man. Because you always tell me it smells like shit.
I've never smelled it either. I mean, somebody has
Oh.
smelled it.
Okay. Well, I've never smelt it, and I never want to smell it. And I never will smell it. Unless someone sticks it up my nose. No, cantaloupe smells like trash, too. I actually like the smell of cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe. You know what I hate when you get the... Guys, can I do a real quick rant alert real quick?
Rant alert.
Right? You know what I hate? When you go to the grocery store and you get one of those fruit salads, right? You're feeling some watermelon in your cantaloupe, right? You just want watermelon, maybe some cantaloupe, maybe some pineapple. The worst about those fruit salads, you guys already know where I'm going with this. You guys already know. The worst thing about those fruit salads is when they put the frickin' green melon shit in there. No one wants the green fruit. It's always the odd duck in there. We want the watermelon, we want the cantaloupe, and we want the pineapple. We don't want the green.
It's the cantaloupe that's nasty.
Oh, no, the cantaloupe is the orange one.
Oh, okay.
We don't want the green shit, okay? So if you work at a grocery store, can you please start the trend of not putting the green melon in there? It's the worst, man. Just do watermelon, pineapple, and cantaloupe. Keep it those three. We don't need green, all right? There's just, yeah, honeydew. I don't need that honeydew because it tastes like honeydew. All right? There's nothing good about that. Those are good when they're ripe. No, not the kiwi. It's the damn honeydew. Those taste like shit. Like shit, man. All right, what's Bitcoin up to? Nothing. Okay. Not shocked. We're trying to come up a little bit. Nothing crazy, though. Man. I'm excited. Dude, I'm feeling good about where the market is right now. I really am. I'm feeling really good. Really freaking good about where we are right now. Right? Because I think there's a weird little decorrelation going on right now. It's hard for me to be bearish when I see this. But we got to see some follow through, obviously, dude. Like, look at the NASDAQ, man. Look at that move, bro. When you have all the macro heads being like, we're bearish. And you got stocks just ripping to the upside, man. Look at the NASDAQ, man, just freaking blasting through that August high like butter. Now, what you don't want to see is it dumping right back into the range. If it dumps back in here, we got some problems. But if this can have some follow through, man, dude, this, you got to think Bitcoin's going to follow this, man. And then same thing with the ES. ES breaking the highest daily close on the S&P 500 since August of 2022. You got to go back, this is 9 months, but I mean, you're breaking a key level, which we couldn't break since August. Like, we got rejected on this like 4 times. So we need to see some follow through. Once again, we don't want to come back into the range, but it's hard for me to be bearish with stocks breaking key resistance levels, right? So that's kind of why I'm pretty optimistic. If these dump back in here, or not, it's probably gonna be probably not the greatest market for a little bit. By that means I would like if this comes back in like this, I would probably expect Bitcoin to like be like this, which would be like the max pain, I think, for the bears and the bulls. Like, this would be max pain for both sides, in my opinion, is if Bitcoin does this, right? Maybe gets a little move up and then just does this for like 4 or 5 months. Like, this would be horrible, bro. And this is kind of what I would expect. Just freaking boring. Like, obviously, I'm being a little dramatic in here, but just absolute boringness in the market. Maybe get like a little spike lower or something at some point. But like, just boringness in the market for a long time. So we really got to see what happens in there, man. But this would be max pain for bears because bears want to buy lower. This would be max pain for bulls because we're just getting impatient at this point. You know, like, so this would be brutal. But this also would probably allow alts to stay at massive support levels. And, you know, alts probably wouldn't go much lower in this circumstance. They probably would just end up staying where they're at. But we'll see. We'll see, man. We shall see. Let's see. Mike said, you know, because the ones with the good fruit are like double the price. That is true, man. Pineapple, in my opinion, dude, I always go back and forth between best fruit. Is it watermelon or pineapple? Depends on the day, and it depends how good the watermelon is. Because sometimes when you get a perfect watermelon, oh my God, there's nothing better than a perfect watermelon, bro. But if the watermelon's kind of half-assed and it's kind of like, it's kind of bad, yeah, I got to go with pineapple. So it depends on but the thing about pineapple is always good. But watermelon's kind of hit or miss sometimes. You know what I mean? All right, dollar's coming down after hours here. So you're seeing the dollar come down. You're seeing the NASDAQ futures are up 0.25%. We're seeing Bitcoin try to get a move up, and we're seeing Ethereum try to get a move up. So interesting. We'll see where we kind of wake up tomorrow. Should be interesting, guys. Thank you for dealing with my lag. Appreciate that, guys. You guys were all nice about it. You said, yeah, go ahead, Jordan. Just restart your stream. Sorry, I got a little crabby. Dude, I don't know if you guys ever live stream anything, but when you live stream and there's technical issues, there's nothing more frustrating in the world than that. It is so frustrating. It's so frustrating. It just ruins everything. You know what I mean? Because like, you know, it really does ruin everything, man. Red grapes. I like grapes too. The thing about grapes, Marcus, the thing about grapes is like, I just never crave grapes. When I eat grapes, I'm like, damn, I love grapes. But I never just want to buy grapes at the store, you know? Don't eat too much pineapple. Why can I eat? I don't really eat too much pineapple, you know? That would be max pain and great market structure. Oh, Lieutenant Dan Dangle, that would be horrible. Right? For both sides, right? Because bears want lower, bulls are getting impatient. So just like imagine 3 more months of just chopping in between like 28 and 24. Oh my God. Yeah, that would be brutal, man. But I think that's certainly a possibility. I wouldn't rule that out. I wouldn't rule that out whatsoever. And that would still hold like my thesis that as long as we're above the 50 moving averages, we're bullish, right? So you could certainly just go sideways here for a while, which you've done before. I think back in actually this was We basically came to the lows. We stayed here for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this was like 1.5 months of kind of staying down here. So like we're back down here. Maybe we stay here for like another month, 2 months, you know, before getting to move up. We could. I just think that the volatility is so low. Like we look at the BBWP, the volatility is so low that something's got to give soon. How was it back in the day? Let's actually go look. So we got the blue bar in BBWP here. Let's go back and look how it was back then. Maybe that can give us a little bit of an indicator here. So this one, you actually didn't even get the blue bar, but you were low on it. You were seriously low on it. Back here, you actually got 5, right? And then you just got blasted up to the upside, you know? I just think where we're at right now reminds me so much like right here of just like the sentiment, despite Bitcoin being up from the lows, the sentiment being bad, right? Market being bored in general because you're kind of been in a bear market for, you can argue you've been in a bear market since April of 2021 because that was like the real hype of crypto. It wasn't really in the later half. You could argue we've been in a bear market for like over 2 years now. But like, yeah, just the boringness, the sentiment. We're right back at that like, same kind of retest level.
With lemon and salt.
Hello. It'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting. But I do think when you do get that move, it's going to be an explosive one, like at least 30% based on what we've seen in the past, you know? So let's go. Bring it on. Let's get busy. Let's get dirty. Psycho Pro said, I love eating mangoes with lemon and salt. Mangoes with lemon and salt. I've never really like sat, I don't think I've ever actually sat down and ate like a mango, you know?
We had one piece, remember I gave you?
Oh yeah. Did I like it?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Okay. I liked it. I had one mango and I liked it. Steak is the best fruit. I agree. Protein's the best fruit to me too. You know, if someone's like, hey, you want to bite it, like, nib out this apple? I'll say no. Just give me a steak. I'll hold it and I'll eat it like an apple. You know, that's what I'll do. All right. Bitcoin's trying to get a move up. Dollar's moving down. ETH actually held up good today. ETH almost closed the day green despite Bitcoin getting a dump. It keeps doing this. Like every time Bitcoin dumps, ETH just kind of like holds, right? I mean, look at the ETH on the weekly, right? I mean, this is not, see, I'm looking at this weekly, right? And I'm looking at this, okay, you broke this high on ETH. Boom, you broke the high. You got the one big flush, but like, this doesn't look like something that wants to dump seriously lower to me. You're just kind of hanging here. And typically when you see like these big deviations, you see like serious follow through. Like you don't see the dump and then get bought up like this. You just see follow through, you know, and you're just not really seeing that yet. And like I said, maybe it comes, but right now, I mean, you're just you're holding above these key level here. You're holding above the weekly support band in here, right? And things aren't looking too bad, at least at the moment, right? You're just kind of like shopping in here, which is weird in this circumstance, because if you were really bearish, I would think that you would boom, back test, and then just like freaking just get sent to the downside if you were really that bearish. But you're just holding here, you know, which is kind of like a lot of altcoins, right? A lot of alts, Bitcoin's slowly moving down, but a lot of alts are just holding, you know, at least for a little bit, not all of them. But yeah, so that's kind of ETH. Not much to say with ETH. ETH is just kind of like just holding out, hanging out around 1800. You know what I mean? 1800, 1850. Let's see. The flipping among us, friends. Anderson, I changed my mind about the flipping. I don't think I'm still a very big ETH fanboy. Okay. But I don't think ETH's gonna flip Bitcoin anymore. I changed my mind on that. I just don't see where that would happen. But I'm a huge fan of the ETH ecosystem, and the altcoins I want big positions in are ETH. You know, like have something to do with Ethereum, right? Like I want my biggest positions to be Bitcoin, ETH, Uniswap, Optimism, Arbitrum, Matic, right? Chainlink. But, you know, Chainlink's one that I like Chainlink. I just have this weird little fascination with Chainlink. But, yeah, like everything I want to hold has something to do with Ethereum. Just because I honestly, you guys know my take. I've said this a million times. Like most altcoins, they're doing the same shit. Every L1 is just trying to be Ethereum. You know what I mean? I'm a big believer is you bet on the biggest dog, and Ethereum's the biggest dog when it comes to that. So I'm gonna bet on ETH. You know, ETH will flip Bitcoin. ETH is definitely no, John. I won't change my mind on that. I won't change my mind on that. I just don't see the narrative where ETH flips Bitcoin because, I mean, you never know. You never know. But I mean, if we look at, let's go look at ETH Bitcoin. We're gonna look at that in a little bit. ETH BTC, or let's say ETH dominance. I think I actually like ETH dominance better than ETH Bitcoin. But if we go look at ETH dominance, we've been saying this too, and it's like remember we looked at some of the altcoin charts that show like something big is coming. ETH dominance shows something big is coming too, because we've been looking at this for months now, knowing that this trend line's coming up as support that's been holding since 2020. And then this resistance that's been holding us down since 2021 is coming across, right? And we've been saying, bro, like something in the next few months, something big is going down in the market in here. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's going to be a huge dump in the market or a huge pump in the market. But this could tell us something in here. Because if ETH dominance starts breaking up in here, that's probably going to mean that the market's going up. Usually you don't see ETH dominance going up when the market's dumping hard, you know? So if this breaks to the upside, you could see some serious good things. I mean, this could dump to the downside. That could just mean Bitcoin is just freaking having a solo rally, which I wouldn't be surprised at that either, you know? But I do think this is a signal that something big is about to happen in the market. Like, like look at this. You've just been going sideways for like a year in there. Some big volatility is coming in here soon. Very, very soon. And then ETH Bitcoin, ETH BTC, kind of just in a falling wedge. I think this is eventually going to break to the upside. But this could still kind of slow bleed down here for a little bit. But eventually, I think this looks good, right? Just kind of a rise, right? Now you're just kind of chopping in here sideways. The question is ETH Bitcoin going to get another ride to the upside again? Or is this going to dump? Place your bets. You don't really know what this, you know, a lot of this stuff is narrative driven, you know? Like not news driven, but like, oh, what's ETH got coming up? What's Bitcoin got coming up? I think eventually this does break to the upside though. Boom! And at least comes and tests the highs again. At some point soon. By soon, I mean probably within the next 6 months or so. You know? We'll see. But I don't really think ETH is going to flip Bitcoin because I think during bullish phases, the big money kind of piles into Bitcoin, right? Like, think about it. Like Ethereum, like you got MicroStrategy buying Bitcoin. You got Tesla buying Bitcoin, right? The big money usually flows into Bitcoin. That's why it'll be hard for me to see Ethereum pass Bitcoin. Even though I would love to, I would make more money if Ethereum did pass Bitcoin, right? Because if I own all the Ethereum coins, they're all going to moon if Ethereum passes Bitcoin, right? So I would much prefer, as probably as close as ETH backs as you can get, I would much prefer if ETH passed Bitcoin. I just don't know if that's going to happen. You know what I mean? But I like ETH better than the other L1s. I'll say that. Let's see. If ETH is going to pass Bitcoin, it won't be the next bull run. Thank you, John. Me and John loves ETH too. John loves ETH. That's what I love about John. That's the only thing I like about John. No, I'm just kidding. I like a lot of things about John. John is just John, you know? John is just John. We're witnessing historic events with crypto versus centralized control. We are. There's a lot of shit going down right now, man. A lot of shits, guys. All right. I think that pretty much sums it up. So, like I said, I think we're still just kind of waiting to see what Bitcoin does here, right? I mean, we still got the stupid, like if there was no conference, I would be more confident this is like, I would probably say this is like a 70% the bottom, 30% we're going lower. But because we have the damn freaking conference, and a lot of times we dump during those conferences, even though we kind of dumped today. It wasn't a serious dump. We dumped about 4% today. Even though we dumped today, still could be another one. The stupid conference, man. All it does is cause issues. But, you know, like I say, we'll see what happens in here. I'm still kind of undecided whether it's going to go lower or it's going to pump. You really don't know, right? Everyone acting like they know. No one really knows. Just keep it real with yourself, right? Let's not speak in absolutes, and that's why I'm giving sort of a percentage of what I think, right? I think this, in my opinion, this is a 60%, and this is 40%, just based off what the stock markets are doing, based off, you know, how altcoins are already at macro supports. I'm looking at the 60%, the low, 40%. We're going lower. I don't, and that's basically me telling you that I'm not really sure, you know, at the end of the day, right? And I think sometimes it's better not to be sure and like try to act in like absolutes, like, oh yeah, this is the low. Or, oh, like, no, we're 100% going to 25K. There's no way you're going to know that. Right? So it's okay. It's okay to not be 100% sure, okay? I bought some Bitcoin right here at the 200-week moving average retest. I bought some Uniswap today. This is basically the zone I'm looking to add some stuff, right, in here before the next leg to the upside. When it comes, it could be now, it could be 3 months from now. I don't freaking know. But let's get it. I think it's going to be soon, personally. All right, guys. I'm out. Catch everyone tomorrow. Have a fantastic night. Make sure you eat your fruits. Eat your veggies. But mainly eat your fruits, because we talked about fruits today. So don't eat your damn green fruit. Eat your pineapple. Eat your watermelon. Eat your frickin' cantaloupe. But don't eat the damn green one. Because it's shit. I'll tell you. It is the worst fruit in the game. All right? John, don't go buy honeydew. You're doing yourself a disservice, man. Anyways. Peace out, fellas. Later.